Hello, hello, hello. I'm Count John D, and I'm going to be here playing a little bit of Crusader Kings. I've been doing this playthrough for a few sessions now, and I think I'm doing relatively well for myself. I started in 1066 with just Iceland to my name, which I randomly rolled to when I got started to play. And now I run the Scandinavian Empire, which has most of Scandinavia. I'm missing some of Finland here, but that's fine. That's fine. We'll get that eventually, because now the plan is to attack the Russians. No, 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 no. Trust me. Oh, hey, the one guy that keeps on watching. Good for you. Hello, furry apper. But anyway, I've been doing relatively well for myself the last couple of sessions. I've become the emperor of Scandinavia. And I seem to be doing very well. I think my plan right now is to attack the Russians. Which, again, attacking Russia in winter. I mean, historically, whenever has a bad thing happened to anyone that did that. I mean, you know, when has that happened? Name me a time when, like a historical, arrogant, recently formed ruler decided to attack Russia and it ended up bad for him. I dare you to find a historical example. Okay, we're good. Although, but to be serious, we're going to need to pull a shit ton of troops into this. And I think we're going to... I think we're actually going to... Oh, yeah, sorry, we can't sail up there. So I think we're going to have to march through a heck of a lot of pagan land, which is not great, but I still think this war is going to be worth it because the reward of getting just Russia and the de jure that comes with it into our empire is just going to be huge. Another thing that I'm going to do is, since, let's see, attacking, I mean, in the Holy Roman War from Murcia. Holy okay, they're doing more of that. And in the meantime, 2, 3, 4. Yep, it's the only follower in the game. Okay, the question is if I'm checking about, did I have any, oh yeah, shit, I forgot, I don't have any friends. Let me see, France is fighting a couple of wars that I don't want to get myself into. Now, the reason why I think this is probably going to be relatively easy is because they have a civil war going right about now, and we might just be able to grab a relatively easy victory off of that. That's the hope anyway. Because we're going to have to transfer, get a heck of a load of troops all the way east here. But after we've done that, we're going to have a lot of territory and the de jure for even more territory. So that actually might end up being very good. Ooh, Castletown. That means that at least my money won't be getting drained as much by raising everything. That's something so nice. Yeah, I still have that, but I'm kind of hoping that I can upgrade it to a castle once it gets converted. Yeah, because then I would just, have a county there, and, that would be fine. And the penalties that I have to suffer until then would probably be fine. Armand of Fairy Peasant Revoltas for Fiery Rampart Trond the Careless. Really? Revolt for Fire. Really? Let me see. For the importance of saying prayers and starting the battle, at least my prayers. So, however, while doing penance days to end, I struggle to stay focused. Sometimes I feel I'm just sitting here doing nothing. If I'm closed my eyes for just a moment, surely that would not be so bad. That would do me good. Chance of dealing with Weiss by practicing it moderately without getting noticed. Attempting to practice the Weiss moderately, but it is not going to restore focus. If I'm getting tired, I must double my efforts. This... Okay, that's bad. Let me see. Opinion, base reluctance. Okay, that's not good. I still have enough kids for this? I do not have a lot of kids. Arrange betrothal. Let me see. Count of Härjedalen. That is in the Duchy of Jämtdal. Oh, there's a county that I have. I gotta make sure to try to find ways to my lover. Okay. We're trying to really trying to get this done. And this is actually one of those annoying things about Crusader games when you have all of these factions doing basically these awful things to you and trying to see if you can nudge your way into somehow getting a C1. And by somehow gathering enough non-aggression facts to make that rebellion not happen. So I've managed to put an embarrassment, 30% getting sloth. Betrayed by your sinful nature and broken in seclusion for some time. It has shamed you in the eyes of the others and greatly hampered your progress. 30% chance of getting slothful. I'm gonna get slothful, but I gain the sort of negative rampant sinner. Okay, that's good. Now that rebellion seems to be out of the way for now, at least. Because if we can win that war, it'll all be worthwhile. And we might actually have to wait for the Faroe Island and go to the Faroe Islands and try to keep them from rebelling. Oh no, no. Why? This is okay. Now they're fucking with the inheritance again. That's going to be trouble. And it's my Okay, we're gonna need these guys to do something. Now build that one in Hälsingland. Östlander revolt for Torstein's claim on Östlander. I'm gonna ask her to surrender to the revolt, because that might make her illegitimate to the throne, because she doesn't have. Wait, is this? No, I cannot afford that, sorry. I was looking at the wrong one. It's this. One. This seems very bad. Oh yeah, she's over there. Yeah, the spy shouldn't be over there. Oops, I put the spy to the wrong place. That's not good. Is there any way for me to be able to get that out? Definitely plotting to kill her, and we're gonna try to invite some people over. And she's a hedonist and she's attractive. That makes sense why she's so goddamn popular. But now we gotta figure out a way to somehow jail her, which is going to be difficult. Okay, I don't have council, so I can just do any of these. And I think I'm gonna focus the burger tax. Tax the shit out of the cities. Why can't the ill ruler, why can't she just actually gain proper power? Why does this shit have to happen? Why can't? What? Okay. How do we try to get this done? There are too many dukes. that are voting for her. Gotta kill her somehow, I think. Maybe I shouldn't have formed the Empire. Even you would be better. Maybe trying to secure this guy's vote. This guy might like me a heck of a lot more if the war succeeds. But I'm 52 years old, and I'm actually gonna not. I'm gonna put a cannot lead armies on myself because, for the simple reason that I do not want to die randomly right now. Hopefully I can finish off this war successfully without dying, and maybe grab some votes there, because I don't think there's a way for me to move against her without losing too much in the process. Highest trade joint coin, yes. 14. Gotta send gift to him, gotta make sure that this is done. See how many ships does this one have? 27 ships. Add those up into the pile. He's only got 11 ships, of course, because he's a tribal and stuff. Is there a way we can mostly trade traveling through feudal lands? Not really. Is there a way that we can land directly on Russian soil? Not really. I think we're just gonna have to march for the cap. I think we're just gonna have to split up in a few groups and then march for the capital. Yeah, so we're gonna have to use Livonia as a state, as like a little bit of an area that we can split our army up so that we don't lose too much to the various supply limits, which are varying degrees of just shit. 12, 10, 11, 10. Okay, here's 10, 11. Okay, here is 1.4, 5, 10, 11, 11. I really wish that, that weren't stupid from these stupid dynasties that are doing it. Yeah, and in order to do we're gonna imperial administration of His Majesty 5. Tolerance is gonna help the opinion somewhat. just raise any more armies? No. We're gonna split up. And hopefully they won't be in the same area. Hopefully we won't need them to be together to beat any Russian resistance we might meet. We're at +6. With a lot of effort, I finally traced back to Prince Alexandros of Scandinavia. Let me see. That intrigue. This Duchess is such a bother for me, and she's so young. She's like 25. Because if I don't... Wait, I get on Trond of Scandinavia. It's gonna get split. Power's gonna get split up a bunch. I'm going to be the Queen of Norway, which is something. Invite holy aesthetic. It's probably in here. Has devotion equals to 300. To be fair, I actually might need kids. Just no, I think it's fine at this point. Let me see. Sure. 30 prestige seems good enough. Yeah, here's where we're gonna lose most of our troops. In, like, well, not counting the town in the area. And basically what we're trying to do is march in such a way march in such a way that we don't stack the maximum amount of penalty for the attrition here. Because we're going to suffer basically attrition here no matter what. But we're going to try to make sure not to be in the same area for... basically here, because I think it's fine here, here, and here. Yeah, it's roughly fine. Here it's only like 11k, right? Yeah, so it would be slightly more. Wait, 18k? Oh yeah, because this is the, what, attacking Russia in the conquest of Smolensk. Okay, we wouldn't get the siege, so we're going to advance then up to Udlik. The conquest of Smolensk. Is that a huge deal to us, or was that a defending, attacking King Boris of Lithuania, Smolensk? Okay, so they would lose an important county if they lose this war, but that doesn't seem too bad. What, Byzantine? Wait, the Byzantines are involved? Attack Royal Bloody Group. Attacking King Boris of Rusin. What? Huh. Well, okay. Married a Byzantine daughter and got the Byzantines into the war. The good thing the Byzantine revolt is doing a thing on their own, and the thing is if we beat the war before they do, that shouldn't be too bad. 65. These are tribals, and with some... with the right amount of sieging at the right amount of time, I think we can actually get that done. You know, that's a lot of a lot of things up now. Besieged. Ooh, actually, we can pick up the stuff that the Russian revolt has. The Russian revolt has 4,000 troops to its name, but if the Byzantines start to help out a lot, that actually might be a big problem. And as a matter of fact, if we can, I'm gonna try to. After war, send. Actually, let's break that betrothal. Okay, is there an arranged marriage? That does it? No, that's a problem. Okay, we don't have that, but we do have pact on aggression with England, but they don't want an alliance. They probably wouldn't do anything about Russia anyway, so I think the best thing for us to do is just to besiege. I think we're actually going to stop doing that, because I think that's going to cost us more than it's worth, and in the meantime we're just going to pick up all the territory that the Russian revolt has left. Because if we win that war, I don't think we really care about anything else. Because I think that the revolt might actually, either the revolt will become inconclusive war versus us, which does mean that we will be fighting the Byzantine Empire, but that's a whole other dealio. Yeah, I don't particularly fancy being caught on the other side of the river. I think we can probably capture all of this nonsense. Ooh, I'm safe. I lose this paranoid. I actually quite wanted to be paranoid. Ooh, stop blocking plot. Imprison 40%. I'm just not gonna risk it. I'm just gonna immediately execute. That fixes that for now, anyway. And that also puts her daughter, which is of my dynasty, as the Duchess there. And if she votes for herself, that's a much, much lesser issue. Actually, yeah. Do the spread over there. Then we're going to go down south after the army. I think there's little reason not to try to plot to kill this guy. Stop spying. Start spying. Teach virtue. I don't have enough devotion. I'm going to invite a holy aesthetic. And yeah, that sounds about right. It for now. Sure, she must learn her own. A person like that has no business being that person inbred and dumb. Ooh, the monk Tormod finally arrived in my court. Tormod is most noble and wise man, and I'm happy to receive his counsel and medical and scholarly pursuit. Ooh, That's quite good. Okay, but 17 learning. It's not great. Like that great. I don't think I'm probably gonna try to stack up for some teach virtue, or try to stack up to try to gain the converses spot, which I don't believe I am right now. I believe I'm, let me see, member score. What is my member score anyway? My member score is 361, has out of all of my traits, out of my stewardship, so commissus base 10. What other things actually can you get member score? Plus 10%? Yeah. Because you're generating member score. Actually might be able to generate enough member score to top his 477. And we'll just have to see for that. Now we're going to be even out of this window. Okay, that's quite good. Why is fire area just continues going up? Is it just like the ticking war score defensive proportional war score? Can they not siege anymore? Okay, they're besieging properly, but it's not quite going that well. If I get to kill him, you kill him, and then, you know, don't have to worry about that much. So far, invading Russia seems to not have been the worst idea. I'm getting some quite fine results here. I'm occupying a lot. Let me see, what is the war score for Rus? 53, 72. Yeah, but that's in favor defensively. Vladimir. Are two different roles going? Yeah, okay, yeah, these are two different roles. There's this guy who is losing and this guy who is winning. There are a few ministries close by where the members will frequently convene, as such as that I ever so often, so that I spend a fair amount of time at the monastery getting in touch with the monastic foundation of the such a period is about to start. I will fulfill my duties as expected. Actually, I don't blame them. I will rekindle our love. Because I think it's just best to have the, have that. Okay, a new church in our lands. Yeah, sure. I'll try to build a new church somewhere. There's probably somewhere where a new church could be needed. Just have to gather up the army for that. We did remember to disband the boats. No, we did not. Disbanding the boats it is. Now we're going to gather up and head to town, because that fight's going to start. Their morale's going to be shit, and we'll be ready there to pick up the slack. Does she have a claim on anything, or about to get a claim on anything? A claim on a county? Sure. Yeah, that battle will also delay the shit out of the war score for that. Your courtier. It'll make her like me more so sure. Okay, I have now been a monster for a few days, surrounded by others who share my passion for God. And yet I still find my having a friend, and not as it has seemed to be getting along quite well. Perhaps there's something that if we did try. Perhaps this could blossom into a true friendship if we did something together. I'm sure he would greatly enjoy. What do we need the most? Discussing the Bible. Currently, I think we actually need the diplomacy, so I'm going to take a stroll and simply enjoying some small talk. Because if I just get the 75% chance of getting +2 diplomacy, that seems alright by me. Yeah. See, now they're depleted, and we're not. And we got some great commanders. And we got some great soldiers, and they're just going to be crushed. It's too bad. This is occupied by, yeah, the chiefdom of Budapest. Whew. This could be really good, though. Just a huge swath of land now in the Empire. Although it might make it a little bit unstable because I'll have one really big vassal. But to be fair, I can at least keep him moderately happy for the most part, I assume. I think we're going to try to follow them and finish getting the war score. Perfect. Getting the High Chief to like me more, because he's going to be very powerful very soon. Because again, the flaw about this war is that we're going to make a... sure, he's related to us, so that's makes it somewhat better, but we're going to make one hell of a related guy. Okay, that's actually too many different to really... Yeah, I think it's just better to try to pick off the ones the rebellion has already done for us. Oh no, we're gonna try to pick apart the Russian army. I really like these little guys. Like just these little guys. Hey, a battle will start. 30th of June, 6th of July. July, 12th of July. Their army is faster than me, I can give them that. But I'm really hoping I can catch that army, get that 11 war score, and force the surrender. And I think because this is for the title, because this is directly for the title and not something like a holy war, I think we get the ones that are occupied as well. Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. Oh shit, someone... Okay, no, it's just the Kingdom of Sweden. I knew we were going to lose the Kingdom of Sweden no matter what, but that's mostly fine because Sweden will still be our vassal. Oh, that's actually quite good, getting a grandson in there. 25th of July, 3rd of August. We're gonna chase him around. We're probably gonna get Dutch chased as usurped the county of Scotland from Dukelma. They're unready. Yeah, that seems fine, I think. Or actually, does it? Actually, that means Shineland is... Yeah, Shineland is still not too big. He's just getting the other part of her duchy, and that's okay, but in my book, really. Seriously. Wow, that's a lot of prosperity. Prosperity 3, that's not bad. Actually, let's check what the capital is doing. Maybe we should be trying to just build stuff and skip trying to build a church. Or maybe there is a good place where you can build a church. Not in Rye, anyway. Not there. Impland. Frederikston. Eveland. Hill. We'll see. Really hoping that this battle will be unavoidable for him at this point. Karelian... Wait. I declared Karelian war for claim on Finland, on Emperor Trond the Careless. They have 500 troops? That doesn't seem like a good war. Maybe he's just banking on me being distracted with Russia, which might not be the worst time. Like, if there was a good time to attack me, I guess it might be now. But I'm really hoping that that was just dumb. What do we get again for enforcing the claim? Gold, But, yeah, what do we also tank is prestige, right? 150 prestige is not irrelevant, but how much do we gain prestige? We gain like 150, which again is not that much. Is it even like, is he attacking like the duchy claim? Yeah, he's trying to claim the duchy claim. Victorious. But they're not massing a lot of troops. I'm kind of weirded out that my vassals at least don't have some, or not at least putting some resistance to this. I mean, just that duke that is there has like 930 troops. And we'll see what happens. 89 war score. The Byzantine Empire is here and they're hostile to us, and that could be a real trouble. Especially since they have resulted the reward, but they only have access to like 6,000 troops right now. And even with the Rus troops that are still left, that's only about 8, which means we'd be getting beaten out by like 1,500, but they'd maybe spend some resources on just the... Gonna chase them down. 11th of December. 3rd of December. Come on, how many Russians do I have to kill until there is a Hikadal king? God damn it! Can't they just vote right once? This empire might just fall apart and that'll just be awful. Spy on Ganot, and we have Torstein of Ostlandet. Ostlandet, where was that again? Yeah, that guy. We already have the spy master there. Improve relations with the guy, maybe? Yeah, he chief of Livonia. Even him, I wouldn't mind him getting it anymore. I'm investigating him in the meantime. Plot to kill. How many of these assholes do I have to get rid of before they'll just let my dynasty have the goddamn Scandinavian crown? We made the crown, for God's sakes. We should be the ones to get to keep it. Enforce demands. Attacking King Alain, the usurper, because now he is the king of Rus, and he has 3,650 troops to his name. Vladimir. Let me see. It's 1%, 12%. Okay, it gets reset a little bit. We just want a white piece, so we're going to try to march that there and try to get that done. That is a lot of territory to fall into the Scandinavian Empire, though. But it just might fall apart. Which sucks. Come on, one of you. Okay, Torstein of Ostland, Holstein. What about the guy in Holstein? Bastards negative 71, positive 4. Let me see, Knut of Yeland. Okay, there's Yeland. Negative 51. Östergötland. I gotta, work on my geography here because I do not remember. Yeah, that's the Swedish. Negative 29 and. That's the guy himself, which is on somewhat of a positive note. Okay. If we give the right gifts, might just assassinate them. Duke Gunnar of Orkney, he murdered I'm gonna make something up. He murdered a childhood friend at the tender age of 11. Right now that actually is important. Let me see how many troops. Okay, how many troops does this stupid revolt have? That's actually a very good question. They reportedly have about 3,000 troops. I think we're just going to put the entire army at it, because we want to have our army get a tour in Rus, and then a tour in Livonia over there, and then get up to there. And now we have actually some time to reseduce her, and I think I'm actually going to renounce my vow of charity right now. Her deal is over. Still got it. My council, wow, my marshal utterly hates me. My steward thinks I'm mostly okay. Actually, yeah, put the Duke of Helsingland there, and here you're gonna research economic tech in the capital. Negative 23, he's really good marshal, but he hates my guts. Actually, here, heavily align the King of Rus be there and have him train troops in my capital, because then he'll actually like me a lot, and actually might maybe consider not voting for himself, the stupid cunt. Oh, and that was enough to make him join the plot. Time to reseduce her. Have I lost it? Oh, that's not good. Peasant revolt there, let's go just to the peasant revolt for failure, same thing here, so nothing to do about that. Count Yaroslav the Wise. Okay, wait. Only my direct dukes or higher can vote. Actually, that makes a lot of sense. means that either way, no matter what, we make King Ragnar the King of Sweden, Queen of Sweden. That's actually can. Is it just any de jour? De jour, so can like the various Swedish dukes still vote? Holstein, Östland, and Orkney. Wait, that's actually quite true. And if I form the Kingdom of Denmark and then create it, then give it to her as well, that should make it secure enough. And our genius, that's also, as a side effect, means our genius daughter gets the title, which I think is a nice enough bonus. And that actually might do it. Yeah, then Sweden is basically my largest vassal. Gretha the Unchaste. Yeah, Prince Ulf isn't too bad. Easily stuff my dynasty, so it would be better. Okay, we have a bit mild victory there. Then we just gotta sail all the way to stupid ass. Okay, that only means the Kingdom of Norrud. Yeah, Prince Wolf wouldn't be too bad, and I wasn't gonna keep Sweden anyway, so giving that to my wife now was actually not bad. Sure, you can have that one. Whatever floats your boat, Emperor. Whatever floats your boat. Guy she had an alliance with lost the Empire? Oh, that makes that a lot easier. The majority of the population have now converted. That's actually incredibly good, because now I'm going to upgrade that to a castle, just get a free little city, and now that that's a castle and everything, we're going to get a lot of stuff. Salute! Number of soldiers. Hell, I guess we have some chat activity for once. That's nice. Well, we usually have tried to do activity from one other guy, but I am an incredibly small channel, to say the least. But hey, welcome! I hope you enjoy me just playing Crusader Kings. I've been playing this for a while. I started out as Iceland, just way in the corner over here, and it's been almost 100 years, and I have the Scandinavian Empire. So, all in all, I think I did pretty well for myself. I also conquered Russia, or at least most of Russia, as you can see here. Like, not traditional modern Russia, but, you know, Rus. So that's still what I would consider to be, you know, successful. But we've unfortunately been stuck with an elective empire, but we finally managed to fix that. For the most part. Okay, since we really don't give a shit about, even if he loses 150 prestige, he still has most of it. I just want to not have to deal with this war. It's some pagans trying to reclaim their land over there, but I just don't want to. Oh, I'm infirm now. Oh, that's awful, actually. Okay, then I have to end the revolt in fire. Yes, just fire. Just this one, like, tiny little island chain way over there that just decides to go, we're gonna defy the entire an empire that spans the entirety of Scandinavia because screw you. Yeah, we've mostly been on friendly terms with the Holy Roman Empire. Like, this is, like, we've married into each other a couple of times, but I'm kind of hoping, okay, now I think there actually might be some, yeah, my grandson and that political concern. Yeah, he only has a positive to my negative 12 one. I think I'm actually going to send my chancellor here, or, yeah, to hopefully get him to like me a little bit more. I don't particularly want to lose Friday because it's just like a mess, and if I have that, I just have entire control of the Atlantic Ocean, really, so that's actually quite good. Okay, ooh. And this is actually really good. This is our king. I believe he's a second cousin of ours that we put up as king of Rus, because his mother was Russian, so that actually worked out really well for us. There is just a shit ton of territory straight in that we got just straight off the bat off of that. The only problem is, down the line, we actually might have to deal with some rebellious Russians, but it actually might not be too bad. Okay, so this is Lettigauen. Okay, so we're gonna have to, what is not religiously converted. I think it's actually important for us to have Finland be, for Finland to get rid of those Swamanesco ways and to be fully Catholic. I think is very important to us. Yeah, that's fine. This is Russians just fighting Russians while still paying tax and homage to me, so that's not bad at all, really. Oh no. Okay, the Russians will probably deal with that. I don't want to bother. And that's the annoying thing when you just have a revolt in, like, Iceland or Finland or something. It just gets so annoying. We're just gonna land there, and we're gonna die, and then we're gonna turn down the troops, and then we're probably gonna have peace for some time, just stabilizing. We're going to lose the Kingdom of Norway, which is really annoying, but we're going to keep the Empire title, and I believe our Demosne, and that basically is the most important part. The benefit of this, how this exchange will work, is that we'll have very few vassals to deal with, and they'll all be of our dynasty. So them rebelling is just, you know, a bit less likely, but you know, it's still a thing we have to still things that we have to concern ourselves with. We're gonna enforce the demands there. But also the thing we gotta actually kind of try to consider. You just banished someone is actually willing to pay. Yeah. I will definitely have you pay that ransom for 10 gold. And we're gonna put down the troops, and we're gonna then have the troops be down for a while, because I have a lot of opinion penalties for not liking me, and I just don't really want to deal with a lot of those. And in the meantime, I'm gonna try to hold beasts to keep that money rolling. Except that I'm probably going to try to look for some place to build some more churches. Yeah, sure, you would be perfect. You must perform my feast, sure. Spend 11. Temple is 403. So I think I'm actually going to just wait until I have enough money to build a church and do that, so that I can join Satanism cult to eat prisoners. Sorry, I'm way too pious right about now. But hey, if we look at my ancestry, I think the easiest way to do it is like that. This guy, Harold V the Usurper, he was the Antichrist. So I am a descendant of the Antichrist, so that's something. But my current character is, unfortunately for those who are big fan of the Satanism cults, is very, very religious here. He's part of the Benedictine order, and he's just a very nice guy overall, besides all the killing of everyone who's not Catholic. But you know, that's just a thing. Yeah, and I think the funniest thing when I was playing the Antichrist is when I got excommunicated. And then I was like, wait, shit, I gotta talk to the Pope and, you know, get that fixed. Because, like, even though I'm the Antichrist, I don't particularly want to be excommunicated. That gives a bunch of random people casus bellis. And then I looked at the Pope, and it turns out that the Pope was really high in the Satanism cult. So the Pope thought the Antichrist was a cool guy and, you know, not laid off the excommunication. And that was pretty nice. Okay, what is Sweden doing here? Okay, good. Feast bonuses. Attacking Swedish revolt for Count Ulfsquim. How well is that war even going? Peace with Sweden. I'm gonna try to ask him to have peace with Sweden, because I actually would rather you not outshift my wife out of the power. Let me see. Because sure. Sure, I'd like to keep her as my lover, just because for the... Was he just jealous because you got the tastiest baby parts or what? No, he wasn't the one who excommunicated me. He just was the one that laid it off. The previous pope was the one who excommunicated me. And then the new pope just said, hey, I'm a Satanist. You're the Antichrist. What a cool dude. Okay, someone is trying to kill Girth, which is one of my sons, which is married to betrothed to the Duchess of Rye. My current area looks pretty good, but damn is it annoying to have elective monarchy. It can be very frustrating when your realm gets big and there are just so many people that can vote. Let me see, there is also the opportunity to maybe grant Principality of Wallonia. Okay, to have a weak claim on the Kingdom of Scotland. Problem with that, in both of these cases, is that grandson. Actually, one of them does have a son, and they are at Agnatic Cognatic Primogeniture. Yeah, I think the current threat is like, what, 46? Yeah, I'm gonna have to wait till the threat reaches considerably lower heights. What is this guy's age anyway? I can wait a few years. Which also reminds me, I think I'm gonna stop trying to make the Holy Roman Empire like me better and try to perform statecraft to reduce my threat. Because if I can get the threat enough to be low enough for us to be friends, then I get her to be then I might actually get her to be the Scottish queen. Or maybe I should do one thing. She is claimant. Scotland. That's the one. Can be inherited by a successor. I think I'm going to plot to kill her and then make sure that she ends up in that realm and then fight for the little kids to be there. But this actually might actually take a while. So I'm just gonna bide my time with that. Like, this is not something that I like must do either way. It's just something that would be somewhat convenient for me to accomplish. Ooh, 395. That's a lot cheaper than the other place. Can I build a temple here in Sweden? It's not going to increase my tax by much, but it's going to get my piety up. Let's see. Will you, as the Christian scholar as you are, please offer me some advice on my poetry, or the attempt of it? Reading through the documents, these are multiple verses, all in honor of God. I am missing more comforting aspects of faith. While I enjoy your metaphors, they seem a little forced. Yeah, I think I'm going to see, while I enjoy the metaphors, seem a bit forced, whatever that means. Why does the Pope like me so badly? Free investiture really does it, and also my tyrant penalty is not irrelevant. But on the other hand, I think I have no more troops than the Holy Roman Empire. Okay, no, I don't. I am one of the biggest empires, though. Let me just check the independent ledgers to see if realm size E3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th. Yeah, I just went above Afghanistan. I'm 6th largest realm. France is France is bigger because it has a lot of out in the eastern Spain, so that actually works out pretty well for him. One of the other things that I should be considering is trying to take Corellia out of the action. Yeah, but that actually has a lot of the defensive pact associated. Let's just look at this for a second. Yeah, I have a lot of defensive pacts against me. Scotland, and I'll get a bunch of the other ones. Let me see. I was beginning to think that Tormund took offense to my comments, but today I have received a new draft of his work. I am surprised to find that his works really speak to me. Scribbled in the margin I can just make out. I implore you, brother, bear with me. It is not finished. Nonsense. This is the brilliant work and the world needs to see it. Plus, okay, I get to pay 55 gold for +1 diplomacy for Patron of the Arts. I think the Benedictine Order will treasure these awards. Go to the Benedictine Order for safekeeping, get 10 piety, or I will put this put this poems out in my own name. So I will get prestige for that. Do I need the prestige? I don't really need the prestige. I do think I need the diplomacy though, and my money per month is like 30, so I'm going to get that money back really quickly. So I think I'm going to make sure that the world sees it and get the tiny bit of extra diplomacy, because I do kind of need it. It's not a lot, because I am also the guy who expelled the Jews. I did that to get the Empire title. Yeah, my member score is higher than is pretty high. It's like, what is it? 347. I can get it up. A deserved recognition should hold such a long titles. You're generous and wise. Perhaps you would consider granting the humble servant of this county of Holstein. No, this greed does not become you. Fuck no. This random revolt guy wants to take one of my better counties. Screw him. Steal poems, get wenches. I'm not gonna steal any poems. I'm a nice man. Besides, I need the diplomacy way more than I need the prestige. The prestige is doing quite well on its own, but the diplomacy part is not doing so well, which does remind me. 1166, December. Okay. This year's December, I'm probably going to switch to carousing focus and use my old age to party a little bit. Because I think I'm going to need to calm things down and then maybe try to conquer some Scots. Or, like, I think that's just like the greater amount of land I can get. And that actually might be better to do than just holy warring Karelia, because I have a general feeling that because of how Russ's de jure is set up, that he might himself take a bunch of these counties eventually if we just let him develop. If we just let Russ here develop for a fair bit of time. But I think we can get a lot of counties and just a lot of power out of just taking Scotland in one full swift move. And I think we can actually accomplish that quite well. If we can just kill my daughter-in-law, then everything will be alright. Oh no, shit! I try to sit up in bed, but someone is holding me down. It's the burly armsman with a trustworthy face I promoted to the guard last week. Another assailant is trying to force a rag into my mouth, holding my nose too. I don't want to die like this. I got assassinated, which is not great. Not great at all. But the good thing is now I can probably get some wenches. Because now I'm ripe over in the ripe age of 23 for such things. Prince Edwig of Scandinavia. Oh, the vote's gonna be a nightmare, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, I think I am going to vote Align King of Russ. And I'm going to need to kill this guy, I think, or maybe let's just see. Hosingland, Upland, Eland, Duke of Eland. I think I might be able to get some people to like me. Gonna recruit court physician. Holstein, which Holstein looking for? Holstein isn't voting for anything stupid, so I don't particularly want to put him in jail. That's just tyranny points that I just don't need right now. Our Chancellor, sure, Brother Girth, no. Girth, I think. My half-brother Girth, or my Alexander's Chief of Lapland. Actually, he's gonna be chief. He would be if he just didn't hate my guts so much. Okay, but for Chancellor, yeah, Gertzen's fine. We're gonna keep him. We're gonna send him a gift to make him a little happier. And since we've lost the threat, we don't need to do that anymore. But we're going to improve relations with the Holy Roman Empire because I got a feeling we're gonna need that. Spy Master, ugh, if he didn't hate us so much, he would be a good Spy Master. Russian Revolt, no thank you, no thank you. Does everyone have to be either the shittiest spy or hate us? Both of those are not great. We're gonna invite this guy to our... Actually, no, we're not gonna search around, we're gonna search all. There we go. Gonna invite this guy, hopefully he'll want to be our Spy Master. Court Chaplain. Sure, this bishop, that seems fine to me. Because we're still going to try to convert the leftover counties to the leftover counties. Who am I married to? Empress Emil of Scandinavia. Ugh, that's awful. That is just an awful life. I think I'm going to try to kill my wife because this wife is awful and I want a better one. 100 piety though. Maybe I can just cheat my way up for that. I'm gonna hold the summer fair. I'm gonna wait a little bit in peace because I actually do want to invite the Jews back because the -10 penalty for that is actually quite crippling. But the the money boost at the time I did really need. I think we're gonna need to get some opinions rolling. So I think it's either gonna be carousing, or we have. Oh wow, our first son is a genius though, so that's something. Even though his mom's a dunce. So we're gonna do that, and I think one of the first things we're gonna do is just hold a party. What does she hate me so much? Opinion of predecessor. Oh yeah, because she wants the control of literally everything. Let me see. Yeah, he's at war, so he can't do it. He's at war, so he can't do it. What about you? Invite her to carousing. Invite to carousing. Invite to carousing. There's probably a more efficient way to do this, but I actually don't know what that would be, which is frustrating to say the least. Then we're probably also going to try to get our opinion better, get some non-aggression pacts with some of our dukes, and hopefully I'll be able to get a lot better opinions out of the general lore right now. I've got a bit better of a diplomacy to make that happen, and I don't have quite as much of the tyranny penalties as I did. Most of it did. So this might actually get a lot of people to start liking me. I'm gonna start grooming an heir because I do still want to have more kids. 2 kids is fine, but not enough. Yeah, I still gotta wait for the other guy to get that done. Yeah, I'm just gonna... Okay, I don't want to put a lord there, so I'm just gonna wait until the guy I invited gets up at me, which I think should be fine. Threat is not reduced by much. Oh yeah, threat doesn't actually get reduced here. Serves him right, sure. Some random person likes me a little bit better. Steward, what do I want my steward to be doing anyway? Actually, this guy's a better steward. I'm gonna make that guy my steward, and I'm gonna... Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, she was inheriting Norway, so she gets... Yeah, my demosness sucks now, which is awful, but we might actually be... We might still be able to recover some good demos now. Now that actually is pretty good motivation to try to holy war something just to get more things in demos now. Like, I still have Riga, among other things, which still has new administration. Does everything I have just have new administration? Okay, it's because I conquered it. It hadn't quite gotten rid of the last penalty. Now Gotland is the capital. Which I gotta say, it's not the worst capital. Technically, it's slightly better than Nidaros in some ways. It has a decent amount of upgrades, but it doesn't have things like Keep 3, which is going to leave my levy very... Yeah, not great. Strange man, but very skilled. A dwarf named Rudenwald only ever leaves the forest in order to heal the 6 children. Just with the right amount of coercion and praise, he would reluctantly agree to their presence in the court. Little strange man, bring him to my court. And, of course, since he is a dwarf, I'm going to name him my court dwarf. Yeah, of course you don't know what this is. It's going to be a great party. I invited him to my court yet. Let's have him right here. But what do we want to do with him? I think we're actually just going to study tech from the Byzantines, because we are still lacking when it comes to tech. And especially we're going to lack especially for tech because 21, 24, 22, because we lost our capital, which was probably one of our most advanced counties. Instead we have Gotland, which is not the worst capital, but it might turn out a lot better if we could find a county to serve as a good capital somewhere. Yeah, there's a Muslim guy there. That's not great. Some independent Orthodox duke there, and the Catholic Hungary. Kaiser Siegfried the Monster. Interesting. Because I don't think doing a straight up war right now is going to be bad. Wait, yeah, my marshal isn't doing anything. Yeah, train troops in. now our troops are only 14,000 because are for much lower damage and among other things. Well, on the other part, inheritance. I can't get the votes in somehow. I'm gonna try to see if I can just improve everyone's opinion over time and see if we can do that. Gonna get that. Oh, that should be fine. Duke Knud for Scandinavia. Duke Bjorn for Scandinavia. Not even of my dynasty. You're supporting that! What the fuck? Arranged marriage. I think I can arrange betrothal. 2-year-old genius. Oh, the genius already betrothed, so this should be fine, because we do really need to make sure that this revolt doesn't happen, because by God, we don't want this guy to be the emperor. Jesus. Yeah, this is gonna be some trouble, though. Convert to local. I'm Anglo-Saxon, and I can convert to Swedish. Yeah, Swedish is a lot better than the other types. I believe she's most of them are Norwegian though, but at least we're in the same group, so that's actually gonna make that a little less painful. Here we're gonna go with castle and town infrastructure. That's gonna improve our tax a little bit, get some better counts. Oh, I lost the ability to do runestones. That's pretty lame. Runestones were always great. Yeah, I'm gonna stack up enough money to not have to pay too much for the expel the Jews. Karelia doesn't really have anything to defend it with besides its allies, but I don't really want to go through its allies. It's got like 4 counties that are spread. If they were more single county based, I would probably be quite okay with hammering them in. Yeah, sure, it's fine. I hope the feast is actually technically over before the end of the year, because then I can also hold this, which I think is pretty important. Okay, that's fine. A son for a marriage somewhere. Oak and Utah. Because we do want a pact of non-aggression with the Holy Roman Empire if we can. The Holy Roman Empire in France is really getting their Reconquista on. Like, that's no joke. They've done their job well. That's actually quite good, having a friend there. Is the voting starting to change? No, but the good thing is I can probably outlive this guy. He's 54 and has cancer. This guy, though, he's at 4 votes, and he's only 27 years old, and he sucks. Yeah, for that much money, I would quite like... Let's bribe a few people anyway. Ooh, Neeland. Was that Neeland? Yeah, that was Neeland. Because then we can start converting here. Yeah, I'm probably going to convert that one last, because now I think the priority is probably... Curlin? No, I think we just want to make sure that there's as little Swomanesco as possible. Okay, we can't give him a new job for a little while. That's fine. Let's move the speed up to 4. Actually, we do want to do that, because then we can also hold a feast. Damn it, has a personal wealth of at least 25. Ugh, we only get plus 18 money per month. That's actually not a lot. Okay, we're gonna pause here. Oh yeah, we need to have a prestige of at least 100. Jesus. I don't know, prestige is going to be gaining rather quickly though, but we're still going to have to deal with a lot of nonsense. This guy's gonna die before it matters, but Jesus, this is going to be really annoying. Yeah, then we're actually gonna have to try to convert all of those Orthodox counties. Yeah, sure, he can have more and more council power, that's fine. But we do prefer him to actually still rule, because we do want the King of Rust to be of our dynasty. That makes a lot of things easier, like the fact that I can vote for him without fear of losing any other land, for instance. Yeah, the stream's probably going to be up for about another half an hour, and then I'm probably going to, just call it quits. But I think we've made some good progress here. We've kicked the Russians out. Well, not out, but we've conquered the Russians. But now Estonia is always this bulwark of Swomanesco. Go everything was with. I just cannot attack him while he has 3,600 and he's 70 years old. I think 2 characters ago I was dealing with this guy. Just Jesus, this fucker. And he just won't. Sure, I'll let him experiment. Ugh. My plot to kill my own wife was ruined. That's actually not good. Attempted murder? Oh, come on. I only tried to kill you. I need 100 piety in order to get that going, and I only get 1 piety per month? Ugh, that's awful. Okay, I will approve the plan. I really hope it succeeds. Because then I can also try to find alliances and maybe some good stats from out of a wife. Currently, she's not much to look at. Who thought this was a good idea? He's a really good friend, but he's trying to kill my daughter. Ugh. Norwegian Westgatish de jure war over Western region. That's mostly fine. She's definitely gonna lose. Just have to try again. Let me see. Oh yeah, actually maybe we should try to join some societies. Oh, actually, in the Benedictine order? No, okay, that was just the tab I was on. I'll actually try to join Lucifer's Zone this time. Hey, hi to you too, Pancake134. Isn't it a good day to play Crusader Kings? So this is my little empire that I started in Iceland. Now it's encompasses Scandinavia and Rus. But so honestly, all in all, I think this is a pretty good progress for about 100 years of play. I started in about 1066. And I have some plans to maybe claim Scotland. It's not gonna be like he's not gonna join willingly if I do that. I'm gonna need her. Would need her to die, that to inherit, and then hopefully that claim will be good enough to address with then. But that probably won't happen in 4 years, Because I would rather kill my wife. Or would I rather try to kill her? To try to have... Yeah, I think actually that's probably better, because my wife isn't so horrendous. I'll hopefully try to get to marry something good if she does, though. How old is my wife, anyway? 22. Okay, she's younger than me, I believe. Yeah, she's about 2 years my younger, and she's just not great at anything. I don't particularly fancy getting the tyranny. Kid, come on, King of Rus. Just get one more vote, and we're good. What? Really? You're voting for someone outside of your dynasty, you stupid cunt. Let me see. Sure. I'm gonna force her to get Gavelkind because I really don't want also the Kingdom of Norway to fall out of the dynasty. 52, very well. Because now, sure, it'll be spread between a few rulers and stuff, well, which is, you know, mostly fine, but that means that at least it won't go, at least that kingdom title will stay in the dynasty, which is actually very important to me, because that means that that king is always going to be a fine choice to make, just like I really want the King of Rus to also always be in the dynasty. If we do not question this, why did God make us curious? Ooh. I wonder what this is. Here, the futility of play returns with me. Suddenly he turns to me and presses a small leather pouch into my hand. My lord, will you carry this with you for your protection? Sure, I don't see the problem with that. What have I told you that all you've been taught to believe in is a lie? Malfait continues, throwing a cautious glance around us before pulling up a sleeve, revealing a scar in the shape of a pentagram. God lied to Adam in the Garden of Eden. Reject the tyrant god deity and let the devil guide your steps. You truly are a witch, then? Can you cure a spouse? I'm gonna hold another party, because hopefully I'll offer a non-aggression pact. I hit you with a follow. I would very much appreciate that, getting my follower count to a glorious 3. Now, I guess you gotta start somewhere. I actually haven't seen your follow yet, but to be fair, I don't think they have any sort of announcement type of programming to, let me immediately know. Like, I'm not 100% sure how to set that sort of thing up, and I'm probably not going to bother until I have a fairly substantial amount of followers, which I'm not 100% sure is going to happen anyway. Well, I'm actually relatively skeptical that would happen at all. But thank you for the follow. Yes, thank you for the follower, Pancake134. For the other one follower that I've had since I started it, I had a little bit of at least hope that it would be a long tradition of letting people who follow name the next kid when I'm playing Crusader Kings. So just chat that up, and you can name whatever the next child that is born that I can name is, and you can just choose whatever that is. Now there's actually a very good. Now there's actually a very good question of whether I should just go for it. This would at least put Scotland into my dynasty if I declare war and claim it for Princess Mary of Scotland, because her next 2 heirs would be of my dynasty. But then after that, it would still be independent. It would be of my dynasty, which doesn't actually do a lot for me. It in fact does like very little. There, okay, getting some more stuff from the Lucifer Zone. I'm going to be joining that pretty soon. Hopefully, anyway. I think the event chain at this point is basically pretty much destined to happen. Yeah. Yeah, again, and so far I've actually really enjoyed the content from Monks and Mystics. I've genuinely thought it was very good. Just all of the things that happen. There's a few things that actually would. Of course, the bargain was struck. Okay, if there is a god, why is? Well, sure, I can be. There's no contradiction. I'm just a zealous Satan worshipper. I just like really believe like in the devil. So that's fine. I'm just a zealous devil worshipper. But again, one of the few things that I actually would really like them to add in the entire treasury system is that I would like them to add items that give people claims to certain items, which I think would be really interesting and sort of a little flavorful in some ways. So she could brave or proud. I would rather not sure be brave anyway. But more people just joining the defensive pact, which is still around 40% or so because I took a shit ton of territory with Russia there. I would really like it if this guy would just upgrade his shit. Let me see. And start to join the Legion of the True Lord and await the message. Let the Dark One guide you. Signed, High Priest Kima. Finally! Let me see how much money I'm getting. 18. I am not getting a lot of money, which is actually, I think, in my mind, a problem. The thing is, yeah, because both Sweden and Norway is both. Let me see. Ooh, sleep again. Mark of Lucifer. Okay, let's see carousing again. What do you need me to do? In addition to more earth and puut, which smells with predatory grin as she continues, you will soon exactly see how committed you are. What do you need me to do? I want this guy to be in ship. They're chanting in the unison. Fear not, brothers. Power and pleasure. These are the gifts of Iblis. I like the sound of that. I wish you would have found me sooner, so I'll have a friend there. Emperor Ulf of Scandinavia. Now we are truly of the devil. Also, gotta remember, kids, when you have your prison cells, always check them for money. Because sometimes you can have perfectly useful money just sitting in your dungeons. Well, I say money, but, you know, technically prisoners. But kids, you gotta remember to occasionally clear them out. You might regret not doing so, as there's plenty of financial benefits to be made. But yeah, I think also they might have made my genius half sister with she's genius to an attractive. Okay, I think no, but I think range patrol. Let me see Thorborg. Yeah, he's not a prince or anything. I think I can. Let's see with that sibling. With that. Sure, it's not that one. It's Thorborg. steel, yeah. Philippe, Prince of France. I think that's actually quite good, especially since it does maybe look like if I could get the Holy Roman Empire on my side, maybe, and maybe England. If I could get that, I might actually be able to just force take France, which actually might be really good, but at least have that possibility open. I think it's actually quite worth it. Oh yeah, the temple that I wanted to finish for the Benedictine Order of my other character is ready now. Well, I guess it's there. There's at least a church there, so you know it's gonna be at a tiny little bit of money and a tiny little bit of stuff for me. I mean, sure, I know this is actually from a direct duke, so it's not too bad. Yeah. Let me see. Yeah, I'll now welcome back the Jews. Mistakes from Meg. Let's not dwell on them. I'll be losing money for a couple of months, but that's fine. I actually don't really want to have to deal with the entire. Oh, sweet! Elaine the Usurper managed to get the vote in, and now he is the next heir, which is actually quite fine, because then I would actually have Russia under my own foot straight, you know, which is actually quite good. Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot to move my dear little Adna Chaplain. You don't need to convert there anymore. You're going to convert up here now. Then I'm going to have to start converting all of these counties safe for 28.3. And unfortunately I have no money to spare. I actually don't want to be on the negatives longer than I have to get all of these annoying, weird events that make counties lose worth, and especially when your deficit is so small. I published the results for his medical evidence. The book has not received notable attention, but at least Edmund has developed his skills as a physician. Yeah, you know, that's fine. He's a decent more writer now. He's a better doctor now, so you know, it's not too bad. Yeah, now have. Oh yeah, I actually didn't get sympathy for Judaism, but it doesn't really do anything except technically make people that are secret Jews. I could try to secretly convert to Judaism and try to, you know, make the Zionist conspiracy happen, but I don't think that would be a good idea, and it would be way too much effort. I gotta say, it's a little, the reverse cross is a little tacky, and to be like extra snobby about it, well, technically the reverse cross didn't cross into the popular symbology until like in the mid 20th century, so putting it there in a game based around the Middle Ages is completely wrong and false. It kind of, yeah, but that's a bit like the snobbish route, but I actually just don't particularly like it. I think it's just a little ugly to look at, it's a little annoying to look at like that, and it's not much of an accurate representation. I would actually much prefer it if they would just leave the cross as it is, even when you're a Satanist. Even though it's a little bit funny that they did that. Our threat is still at 40. They're in the defensive pact, but who else is in the defensive pact? A bunch of little Irish counts, but I honestly don't particularly want to deal with that anyway. And Scotland just randomly has a duchy in France. Just don't question it. The Catholic priests are constantly pestering me about religion, Jesus, and money to the church. No matter what I do, promise to me, pray more or read the scripture more thoroughly, they won't leave me alone. Please help someone. Actually, I think I'll instead choose, oh Jesus, help me and I'll be a better Catholic. Because I actually do quite need the piety. Might actually want to. I'll try to recruit her for Satan. Sure, why not? Or maybe I should actually be recruiting people that like me, but He's a hedonist, kid slayer. I think I think after the event is finished, I'm going to try to recruit him as well. I made to only cautiously question the absolute power of our Almighty God. Regretfully, it seems that my words only irritated my wife. From the steely look she gave me, I probably should stay clear from now. Yeah, sure, I will try to recruit you. Wait, can I? As we did, yeah. No, I think that's something that they changed relatively recently, because I thought you could actually just try a bunch of them. I don't think she's gonna be able to pull it off, so I think I'm gonna just leave it be. Although it's still really annoying that he's still a tribal. Like, all of the county counts over here are also tribal. You see primogeniture for this 10 years. Yeah, that's gonna be tough to deal with. We can Majesty 3. I think that's actually quite good. We need prestige. We need the thing. Gives a military organization. Gotland just actually might make a decent capital yet. More people joining the defense pacts. I think I'm gonna put him back. Is that big? Okay, I think it's going to turn out fine, because this is the old guy that's like 56 years old. I'm 25. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. We got 124. Maybe we can try to kidnap him? Or did you need to rank up for that? Some delay to touch. Sacrifice. Did they change? Yeah, I think they changed the. Did they take? Yeah, yeah. They think they. I think they definitely nerfed the abduct. They reduced that, but the good thing is we can probably just sacrifice them to these people to Satan. Hail Satan. Let me see, I think we can probably, the little kids are worth more, so I'm going to sacrifice this little kid. Satan prefers innocent souls. I think I'm just going to sacrifice my entire jail. And I'm going to be like, I don't know what happened to him. Okay, yeah, because this list doesn't somehow upgrade, which is annoying. Satan. Hail Satan. Words for Satan. Let's sacrifice to Satan. And let's just sacrifice all of these to Satan. Another virgin, or maybe the virgin has to be like of age, or like relatively a lot like younger and stuff. Sacrifice to Satan, 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 and sacrifice to Satan. Virgins, among other things, and then I'm going to. Oh, got 750. Known devilish. Whoops. Oh, I didn't know that you could just get excommunicated for those. That's actually quite bad. Realm. Let me see. -74. Tainted shows has Okay. Virgin's worth 100 kek. Zaprangan says. Tainted souls want a small price to pay. I got excommunicated though, which is actually might be pretty bad. Because that gives literally everyone. I should have been more careful with the entire sacrifice thing. But wait, a new power had its price yet. I yet anticipated this. Oh, I think they've actually just added those consequences because I remember if a new power. So you start stuttering. Okay, that's actually quite a new power had its price, but Jesus. Okay, they've really started to give you a shit ton of penalties. 10 penalties for being a devil worshipper. Jesus. Like, to be fair, when they first released it out, it was really ridiculous and they needed to do something about it, but yeah, I sacrificed like 10 to 15 people and it turns out that's like bad? I don't know, sacrificing people to the devil was bad. Someone should have told me this. Because, like, last time I did it, like, last time I played with this expansion, this must have been before some patch or something that made that not happen. Because, like, at that point, getting, like, the insta-excommunication was not really a thing that happened. Old feasting. Should have made more patient and only sacrificed like 3 people or something. That would have been fine. I was just looking for some entertainment for my feast. The heir also hates me, but wow, the Pope and the Pope's heir both has spent lives. Yeah, that was a bad idea. Yeah, he died of severe guilty of the sin of pride. He wanted everyone to know, surely pay for his in the afterlife. And now I am the Duke, merely the Duke of Finnmark. Oh boy, this was bad. This was really bad. Oh boy, this was bad. Who is my heir? My heir is my brother. Then Eric of Hecatoa, and there's a long time before anyone of real power or significance becomes heir, so Jesus. This is bad. This is really, really bad. And okay, I can probably maybe get into get into the queen side. Yeah, I'm going to have to try to fix this later, but damn, did this not work out for me. Yeah, this I did not know just how bad how much they've changed the devil worshipper thing. So I guess that's what you pay when you give your soul up to the devil. The devil's not gonna reward you anymore. He's not gonna give you all of these ridiculous bonuses. Instead, if you're not subtle about it, you're just gonna get killed and die a lonely, sinful man. Yep. Kids, worshipping the devil is not cool. It's bad, okay? Selling your eternal soul to the devil for any reason is just bad. It's bad. So, yeah. So I think next week I'm going to be trying to fix this. I think I can claw my way back. It can be interesting to see if I can get it back. I have a decent amount of land, so that's something. I'm 7 years old, so I'll have to deal with that for a while. And then I'm marrying my aunt, which is the heir to the Kingdom of Norway. So, and if I can reg that and then get into the Empire title, this actually might not be too bad. Also for the Empire title, yeah, I'm gonna vote Blaine because he's mine. vote. Why is the only time where people don't vote for them goddamn selves is when I want them to? Ugh, he votes for himself. Yeah, this uncle. Yep. So I think I'm gonna call it. Yeah, I think because this is just such a big change, and I'm gonna have to plan all the way around it. And I would only be able to play for about a half hour more or so. So I think I'm gonna call it right here. But yeah, damn, devil worship, not cool, not cool. Well, so see you later, people. And I will be continuing this stream next week, and I'll just see how horribly I can fuck this up further.